Okay, guys, so today I want to talk about certain pressing issues, and it borders on contentment and ambition. And I will be making a kind of sharp contrast, between these two things. So many people believe so much in the sound of the alarm, as in it is one's alarm that wakes the person up every morning. I am one of those people. But sometimes I discover that at the sound of the alarm, I feel so irritated. I feel so annoyed. In my mind, I'll be like, man, I want to sleep. I just want to continue sleeping. But the alarm keeps coming, ringing and ringing, and I feel so disgusted. And so most times I use my left hand and just either snooze the alarm or turn it off entirely. But in other occasions, when I wake up at the sound of this alarm, I get to school very early, I get to my workplace very early, my appointments, I get to meet up with time very early, and I become so happy. And then I begin to wonder if I hadn't, got up at the sound of the alarm, what would have happened? So this same alarm that made me annoyed, that got me irritated earlier in the morning, becomes my savior, and I become happy after all. So sometimes we feel like we hate the sound of the alarm, and on the other time it becomes our savior. This is the kind of friend that we should have in our lives. If you do not have a friend who is always there to push you to do something, you are really making a big mistake. If all of your friends are people who just encourage you to just remain where you are, then trust me, you don't have any plan for your future. Now this boils down to these two topics, or these two issues on contentment and ambition. Contentment simply means a state of being satisfied with what you have, more especially when you know you cannot have any other thing more than that. Like you've tried and you can't just have any other thing, and then you become satisfied. It is a virtue. However, there is the other side of contentment, which is called complacency. Complacency is a state when you know you can have more, but you relax and settle for the less. That is very, very bad. The other side of the swinging pendulum is all called ambition. Everyone has dreams. Everyone has passion and desire. So it is your ambition that pushes you to do more, regardless of how difficult or how tough things may be. But there is the other side, or let's say the extension of ambition. It is called avarice. 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 So avarice is the peak of ambitiousness. That moment when you know that this place you're going to, it can hurt you. There is nothing you can do to, achieve that, but you just want to do it by all means. It is not ambition that make people to indulge in crime to make money. It is avarice. It is not ambition that makes people to kill to make money. It is avarice. It is not ambition that make people to lie. It is to make money. It is avarice. So the moment when you begin to clinch towards avarice as an attitude, contentment draws you back and tells you to relax. It is complacency that tells you that half bread is better than none. But why will you choose to settle for less, half bread, when you know you can always get the full? However, it is contentment that tells you that a bird at hand worth more than the million in the bush. Yes, because in most cases you realize that when you leave the one bird you have at hand to pursue the thousands in the bush, you may end up losing that one bird you had already, and venturing into the bush, you will not even have any, and you may even end up hurting yourself. So contentment tells you to hold on to the one bird you have at hand, which was more than the thousands in the bush. So my people, in all you do, it is okay to be contented, but do not let your contentment drop down to complacency. It is okay to be ambitious, but do not let your ambitiousness climb towards being avarice. Because if it climbs towards avarice, you will hurt yourself, you may kill yourself. And if your contentment drops down to complacency, you will lose all in life. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arms to sleep, and poverty will come upon you like a vagabond. Once again, your alarm is the best friend you have. Choose friends that can be as much as the alarm is to you. That friend that is always pushing you to strive to make it in life. That's the kind of friend you should have. But do not let that your friend to push you towards pressure that will make you turn your ambitiousness to become avarice. And do not choose a friend that will make your contentment to drop down to being complacent. Get to know the difference between all of these things. Contentment is not complacency. Ambitiousness is not avarice. Choose wisely.